Perfect. Now we can tie our D-loop, and the D-loop is the easiest part of this process. Now, I found out that for my D-loop, I really only need a piece, about 5 inches long. 5 inches is probably a little long anyway, but that gives us a little extra to be able to hold. Okay. I'm gonna do here. I'll focus for you. Give it a second. There we go. I'm gonna take the end, fuzzy it up on that string, the D-loop material. And I'm gonna burn that edge, but I'm just gonna hold the flame close to it. I'm not going to actually touch the flame to the material. It's gonna kind of create a mushroom. You're going to turn the lighter off and help it to mushroom out. You're just tapping against the head of that so it makes a mushroom head. That. Now, get it focus again. Now we'll go ahead and make our D-loop. Now D-loop knock is kind of tricky, and you can find out how to make these really anywhere on YouTube, but I'll try and show you. So you start with your string. You can start on the back end here. We want this to end up on this side of the string rather than resting against the arrow, because that will put pressure on it. So we want to come up like this. Let me move the camera slightly. There we go. So we want to come on the front end of the long string, just like so. Come around that piece. Now I'm going to give a little more slack. So we come up and around the long piece. Focusing down there, right there. We're going to come down, up and back through that little hole we created. See that head popping through? Oh, lost focus. That head wants to pop through. So that head comes through that hole. We pull the long piece, just like so, and we tighten. We don't tighten a whole lot yet. Now you see where that burned piece is sitting on this side, and the long piece is sitting on the side closest to the arrow. Pull them in together. Pull. Get that set. Oh, there we go. Now, same thing. We don't want the burned end to rest against the arrow. So we're gonna take our long end, come down. Now we're coming down on the opposite end because I like to have them on opposites. So I like the burned end on this end to be facing the camera, and then the burned end on this top one facing away. Now it doesn't really matter. You can flip-flop that. That's just the way it's working out this time. So we're gonna come back up and around. We're gonna make that loop right there, come up, in, and see how it's resting right up against that soft knock. Now this piece comes around the string here. We've created a second loop, and we're gonna push it through that second loop, right there. So we've just done everything in reverse, basically. Then I rest this down right there to make sure I get as much string as possible through, because I like my D-loops to be small. I don't like them to be long. That just creates extra draw length that you have to contend with, especially if you're a short draw length person. It's a pain in the butt. So right there. Now that doesn't look like much, but once I actually stretch it, it'll fit a lot better. And before I stretch it, I'll go get my D-loop pliers. Shelf here. Here we go. So I'll take my D-loop pliers, grab a hold like so, and actually stretch it before I burn there. So that gets it somewhat tight. So now, take the knife, take down to about 1/4 inch, like so, maybe even a little more than that. There we go. Fuzzy up that tip. Perfect. And then burn right in front of it. You want to be right in front of that material, but you don't want to actually touch it with the flame. You just want the heat to cause it to melt. There we go. There we go. Now, get your D-loop ply. Well, there we go. Get your D-loop pliers right there. Stick them in that hole. Pinch. We're gonna make sure, don't pinch it all the way. You're gonna make sure that those are resting right on the soft knocks because they have a tendency to want to pull away when you're tightening. So push that D-loop end, push this D-loop end up, get your pliers back in there, then tighten. That's all you need right there. So short D-loop, and that's the way I like it.